workshop. We're going to continue on our piece here, but we are going to finish it this week. We've got Monday and Wednesday to finish cleaning it, and then we're going to do our little kind of mock performance on Friday, where I want you all to dress up, put on your makeup, and really do it like you mean it. You can film it or not. We love it when you film it. We'd love to see it. Or maybe you've got somebody who would love to watch it, so that would be great too. So we are going to be continuing on. Again, we're going to be talking about some little hacks too. We had our turning hacks, if you're not a spinner, where you're stepping your turn. You may have to go back and review that. But where I put in a lot of spins, you can just step through that. We'll be talking a little bit more about that today because a lot of turning at the end. We're going to be turning. So that's something you want to have down very well, but it's a good thing to learn because you have a lot of turns going on when you're dancing usually. So let's get to it. Let's review and then continue on. So you're walking in very serenely. Remembering to keep very even here, that you've got one level, you're not bobbing up and down when you're walking. So it's kind of natural, but not really, because it's a very smooth walk. And before you step on your leg, remember that you've got your hips even, those hips are shifting onto your leg. So you're stacked here before you bring that up, and it happens quickly, but you don't want to be insecure when you're performing something. So you want to practice that ahead of time and make that weight shift. And here, the pose is like you're on a unicycle balancing, but you want to keep that still. But if you feel yourself start to fall, put your leg down. And you don't want to wobble. It's better just to put your leg down because the audience doesn't know the choreography. They will not know. So it comes down, you're coming through the middle, and your shoulders driving that arm movement forward. And you're shifting into the middle, so you're between both of your legs here, but you're keeping it in the middle because you're going to be dragging one leg behind, so you don't want to shift it all the way. Remember your arms here have a little bit of air in them. You're not sagging down all the way. This is kind of an illusion. They look like they're hanging down, but they're not really. Just as our chin is looking to the far corner instead of actually looking down. And then as you rise up, you're pushing into the ground with your right leg here, and a little diagonal as you step through. So you're shifting to your left, right, and then you're going to step a little diagonal this way, and you're going to brush through and bring it to the front. This is another one where remember that when you're brushing it through, you're getting very square, so your shoulders and hips are really square. Lifting to the front, so you're already stacked on your leg before you even lift it into the air. This is another kind of unicycle, but I'm not gonna actually wobble when I'm doing it. I'm just showing you it's like a unicycle pose. And again, losing your balance, put it down right away. If not, hold that pose. It's going straight to the ground, shifting your weight onto it, and feeling like your head is pulling one direction and your foot is pulling another. So you're getting a nice long line here to that corner. And you're going to bend this knee, the front one, and that's going to help you push off onto it. Hi, Jamai. Is it Jamai? Hi, Jamai. Hello, good to see you. Welcome. Pushing up that front foot to your back. So you really want to think about here, and this is something we do a lot, is kind of that launch, right? So you've got all your weight on this front leg, and you're going to be pushing backwards on it. So you want to make that transfer quick, right? So you're stepping to the back, but you're really having that push here, and then you're going to do that up-down. So that's when your right leg is coming to the back, and it's just giving you a little lift here, but it's not a true step. So here, so we're stepping back, and then this left leg comes forward, and then we just have that little down up, and that just changes your directions, so you're walking to this diagonal. And remember, through here, you're bent on your left leg, and you want to kind of pull up as you're going through. You're pulling, this whole hip is lifting. Remember to nice closed position there, and your hip is lifting up. And then when you come down, you're going to go toe, balls, heel as you land. And that'll make that landing nice and soft. So just like you're sinking through it, so it's nice and smooth. And then you're sinking into it, and you want to feel like somebody's pulling at your rib cage, and you're listening to music that's far, far away that you can't quite hear. So you're like, is that a tune that I know? And then we're going to go forward. Remember, your hips are going forward, back, each time you step on them. So forward, back, and bring them together. And then forward, back as you make your second step. The elbows are going out in, stepping back to the middle. And this is just your upper body. Elbows out in, swing a little to the side for momentum, and then swinging back again. And I keep reminding you, because there are so many body parts we can't possibly remember them all at the same time. So remember that your upper body's staying in place, and you're just kind of swinging to the back. It's not really your hips that are moving, it's this whole lower body. And your hands are coming to the front and saying, it's just a little new. And back, swinging all the way through, and this time you're hearing the music from over there, so you've got that little pull in that direction. And here, super important, get that change of tempo. So you go from being slow to being super lively. Because that's when the music picks up. And we want to make sure that we have these contrasts going on the whole time. It's a long piece, so that the audience stays engaged and interested. So we're here, and it picks right up. We do our little chugga basic, step together, step tap, step together, step tap. Only the second time, so we just do our step together, step tap here, step together, step, and here we do our little step, 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 or you do a turn. You can also pivot that and start walking forward. So I have to keep pulling back because there's not enough camera space otherwise. And here, pretend you're on a high wire and tiptoeing along it, keeping your balance, right? So it doesn't have to be a big lift on your toes. It can be a very small one and you're just going across, but remember, it's like you're keeping your balance there. So you're keeping your balance along that wire, and then coming straight from that balance on your high wire, you're going to sink right down to it, and that's when we're starting that pulse. So you're staying very grounded on your supporting leg. Your whole leg is on the ground. It's very sturdy, and your other leg, you're putting only enough weight on this leg so you can bounce like a ball, right? So we're just kind of going up and down, small movement. So you're going in, and your front arm turns out, and that movement bounces you to the back, and you've got two arms to your back, and then with the next bounce, you're just gonna hold your shoulders in another direction. So the first bounce is here, and the second bounce is here, and that movement is gonna bounce you forward, and this one you're just kind of getting lower and lower, and getting ready to jump. So you've got your little change of direction here too, so you're jumping up and turning at the same time. So you want to already feel, you already want to prepare to go in that direction without anybody seeing you though. So you're only mentally preparing that you're gonna, when you jump, you're not going to be jumping here and turning. You're already thinking about going that way. That's another kind of illusion that we create here. So you're down here and then bump. So it kind of looks like you're changing directions in the air, but you're already really just jumping towards your diagonal, and then you're back on your high wire, tiptoeing, and you're coming up to this kind of back corner. And here, I want you to stretch it out. You know, I turn out things because I'm ballet trained, but you don't have to. I just want you to stretch out, so this arm is stretching way to the top corner, and that foot is stretching way to the lower back corner. And this is another one where you're going to lower here, and use that to push off and step right to your back foot. So you don't want to step and bring it to you. You want to make sure this one stays stretched out and you step to it. And to keep your balance there, remember those hips And when you step on it, you want them stacked and square. So we're here and stepping onto it. And this is a little think about keeping your hips square. It's just your feet that are being on the ground. And your upper body is, your arms are sliding along a great big ball and coming to the middle. And you want to think about the movement just coming from your upper body. So it's not your whole body moving because you need your lower part for balance. So it's just that part that's moving. And then you're coming to the middle. And here you're starting your bounces again. And your elbows are turning out in, and the rest of your arm is just kind of following it. So it's like you're throwing a little tantrum and you're winding yourself up more and more as you do these bounces here. And then in the second part, the second phrase, arms are going in and out and in and out, and you're staying here. And this time it's like you've got a terrible headache. You see, I grab your head. And from here, again, we're going to get ready to shift that weight onto your right, but it's not really a big jump. It's just a little, it's more of a kind of a slide. And your arms are opening here. So here when we bring our arms up, be careful about your shoulders. You don't want to raise them up because then you end up getting look like this. But it's something that happens very frequently. So when you're doing your jump here, I want you to think about pulling your shoulder blades down. Even though your arms are going up and they're opening, remember to keep the shoulders down. And the opening is not your whole arm, it's more coming from your lower arm. So it's your wrists opening followed by your lower arm. And if you have enough time, you can keep opening, but the movement comes from hands, lower arm, upper arm. So you have your nice big hand movement here, step, step. And this one is just a little pull. So as you bring your leg up, you're just gonna shook, like a hop on the floor, pulling yourself back, step, step. And here you come to the corner. And you're just gonna whirl up, like you're growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And then your weight, as you come up, your weight is gonna shift to the balls of your feet. And from there, you're gonna be stepping. So that's when you do your lunges. You can also jump those if you want to, if you have more space and more time. You're going up, you can do your lunge here, or you can jump it. So you can kind of do a little jump there, from foot to foot. And then you're gonna step, step, and here's where you have either your jump in the air, or you're gonna jump forward, and when you come down, swing that leg to the back. So you have two choices there. You can either jump it right through, or you can jump in the air, come down, and then swing it to the back once you're already on the ground. Again, staying stacked, staying right over that supporting leg so you don't lose your balance as you swing through. And we're stepping to the back. And a little turn here, or a step, step, step turn. And then another Pachata basics. So you're doing right together, right tap left, left together, left tap right. And from here, you're sinking down on both legs, but you're already sneakily shifting to your right leg because the left is going to shoot out. So your legs shooting to the back and your body to the front. So we're here, and we're going to do a walk, walk to the back. And you can, again, either jump this or you can keep your front leg. And that comes with your arms are helping it, kicking to the front and turning around and kicking to the back. And coming down. So for the turners, little turn here and then pulling it up and continue on. For the steppers, we're going to step, step, step. And then here you're going to stop. Even though it happens quickly, you want to make that break here, and then you continue your stepping continuously. And from here, this is where we have that feeling that somebody's grabbing your hip and pulling it forward. And stepping back, and just bringing them together. Tap left and turn, and bringing your left leg in. So this is really just kind of a brush out and bringing it back. Brush out and bringing it back. So So you're pulling here, brush, tap, turn, and brush out, tap, turn. Here, you're sinking down, and this leg is going to go back, and this arm is going to start to stretch up. So your left arm is going to stretch up, and as it's stretching, so you want to start here. As it's stretching, it's rotating your whole body with it. And you still want to, even though this is a big position here, you still want to have all your weight over that right foot, because you're going to come right back up with your stepping turn or with your pivot. So here, and then your right foot is going to sweep around, front to the side, you step on it, front to the side, step on it, and here, again, you're squaring over before you bring your leg up. And from here, you're stepping back, but to diagonal, 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 diagonal. And you start your pulses here, elbows out in, and then lifting it up a little. And from here, you're pulling it up and stepping over, right, step, and we're going to change the feet out, landing on your left. And then we're going to do our grapevine. So we're going to again be stepping diagonal, diagonal. So instead of just stepping to the side, to pull back again so you can see me, we're going to be moving our whole body with it and coming back here, and try and, with that last step, come back a little bit towards the center, because otherwise you're going to end up very far over on that side. And here, remember, boom, this is where you want your engagement with the audience, looking right at them. And little question here. To the sky, and from here you're going to drop, shift onto that back, and this right arm is going to come up slowly, so it's like the elbow is doing the movement here, and the elbow keeps circling over and bringing your right foot in. And again, we're going to shoot out in opposite directions, and this is going to happen quick, right? So you're going to have to very quickly step on your left and get ready to launch from your right. And you're going to be jumping off of your right as this leg opens. So you're jumping up. It's going to be bent and straightening only when you reach the peak of your jump. So it's like that is widening your jump here. So jumping here, and you want to step right on it, and jumping on your left leg. And then you're going to step right, and left comes over. And here, your left is going to launch you into the air. So you want to try and get as much height as you can, but not too much, because you're coming right back down and you're going way down to the ground. Important to warm up so you don't hurt your knees when you're coming here. So you're jumping, and you're going to launch, but right to the ground. And then rising up again. And from here, either stepping turns, or you can do a chaîné turn, staying up. But remember, you want to be looking all the time at that corner there, so you don't get dizzy. We haven't really talked much about spotting. Spotting is when you keep your eyes on one point, and you look at it until you can't look anymore, and then whoop, you whip your head around, and then you keep looking at it, and whoop, you whip your head around, whoop, you whip your head around. That's how we don't get dizzy and keep our balance. So that's something that you should practice separately. If you haven't done it before, you're going to be doing your stepping turns here. Or you're going to be doing your chaînés, and then you'll be stepping out of it to your step tap. So once you're finished with your turns, you're going to be stepping tap, step tap, change direction, step tap, change direction, step tap, change direction, step tap. And here, it's a quick one, so on your last step tap, this leg is going to be shooting right back out to go this direction again. So for the turners, you can do any kind of turn you want there. Or again, you're gonna be stepping it, dig, 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 and then you're gonna do this next jump. Make sure you have your weight back on your left leg. So this right leg is free to jump, right? And then it's like you're jumping over a puddle onto it. So you can either turn into it, and this one is gonna kick it out, or if you're stepping and jumping onto it, and you can continue that momentum. So from here, you're stepping on your right leg, and your left leg is gonna come to it while you're still on the ground and open this direction. So how that happens is, I'm always talking about weight shift, so we're gonna keep talking about that a lot. So you're stepping onto it, and the illusion again is like you're changing your directions, but really you're only jumping this direction. So it looks like you're doing this big direction change on it, but you're already getting ready down here to shoot that leg out to the back. And stepping onto it, again, hop on that leg. And here we're gonna take a little preparation. We're not gonna launch right into the turning. Then step right, left, right, and here you already wanna be on your right leg to start your turning. So you're gonna be stepping here. And on these turns, even if you're stepping it, your arms are gonna be opening and closing. So you're stepping on it, 1, 2, 3, your arms are gonna open again. So you're aiming towards the front, and every time you come around to the front, you're gonna open those arms. So if you're stepping it, and that'll keep your orientation there, or if you're stepping and turning it, you just open your arms to the front, and we're almost to the end. So I think there's 4 turns there, and then we're gonna 1, 2, 3, step right, tap left, and going straight the other direction. Remember to be ready to turn. Those hips are gonna turn around again. 1, 2, 3, tap, and then we're gonna be heading the other direction. So we're gonna be doing our turns. Again, opening and closing those arms, because otherwise you're gonna get just too much momentum. You'd be like a torpedo. And finishing to the back, and then turning around. So actually I think we're gonna land on our left leg towards the back. And here I want you to, again, like you're kind of reaching for something way up there, that it's not something concrete like you're stretching up, you're just reaching just like you're, can I reach that or not? So you're up here in the back, and then you're pivoting, you're just stepping forward on that front leg and kind of asking a question to the audience. So let's run that whole thing and run it through the music. We can always repeat bits that don't work out, because on Wednesday, I really want to talk about interpretation, maybe a little more, a few more technical things, and if you have any questions, shoot us a message. Best is beforehand, if at all possible, but if not, just message us and we'll try and answer everything, and then we'll get ready on Friday to perform it. All right, so let's do it with the music and see how it goes. Oh, can we start from the beginning?
It's like, there we go.
If it happens in performance, just keep going. But since this is a practice, we're gonna take our time and pull the music back. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm trying to hold my breath. it stay this way? Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? Starting without you. All the shine, a thousand spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Time to go, still too late. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be I missed the last part. Let's repeat that very last part if we can. It's okay.
No.
Okay, I missed a little at the end. I'll just go back to it. So after we had our jump here, I'm trying to keep it very, very small here. See the camera. We came here and we're turning and we're doing that jump to the back, stepping left, and doing a little preparation so we can get into our turns here, our pivots here. And then last, we're going to pivot, step, tap, turn, step, tap, and go towards the back. So on your left leg, turn towards your audience, and stepping on your right. Okay, flare flies. So pretty much we made it through with the technique and so forth, but we will be adding some nuances. And on Wednesday, I really want to talk about what we're doing with our faces and arms and the feeling that we're going to try and portray through our bodies when we're doing this piece. So I hope you will join me then. My flare flies, if I don't see you until then, I'm seeing Wednesday, but we're hopping on all the time live, so I hope you join us then. And my love to all of you. Have a good Monday. Take care, flare flies. Goodbye.